What's going on, Colts Nation? I appreciate you joining me for another video. Or in this one, after the news of getting Kenny Moore back this week, vibes were high, and all of a sudden, vibes going down a little bit. Now, I did kind of expect that something like this might happen. When you're dealing with concussions, not great, especially two in such a short time. The Indianapolis Colts have officially put Charvarius Ward on the IR, which keeps him out until at least week 12 after the bye week. He's going to be out up until the bye week for sure. Now that he is on the IR, and this was bound to happen when he got his second concussion in such a short time, and like legit knocked out. He was knocked out on the field. I had a bad feeling that it would at least be multiple weeks. And to be on the IR, not really the most surprising thing, but definitely not great news. So he ends up on the IR. He's been shut down for us when he's been available. And so losing out on him, not great. Right. So there's definitely going to have to be answers there. I've been in the market of, hey, we don't need to trade for a corner. We need to trade for another edge to be on the opposite side of Latu. So Latu, if they do want to double and chip him all day, we have somebody else on the other edge that can consistently win. And that conversation seems to have shifted. At least for me, that conversation has shifted to where we got to figure out an answer at the cornerback position. Still would like to know what's going on with Asante Samuel Jr. He's supposed to meet with doctors at some point this month. Still have not been able to find any clarification on when he's, a date when he's going to meet with doctors and try to get cleared. If he does get cleared, hopefully the Colts are in the market to go pick him up. Obviously restructuring Kenny Moore to open up a little more cap space to have some freedom. Hopefully we are in the market for Asante Samuel Jr. whenever he does come back. Even if we trade for somebody, bring Asante Samuel Jr. in so that when Charvarius Ward comes back and then we have Kenny and then Mike Hilton gets healthy and he can be in part of the lineup for whatever we need from him, and you have Asante Samuel Jr., all of a sudden cornerback room that's been decimated by injuries can be really good after the bye week. It seems like after the bye week, Colts should be very, very healthy, and at least, hopefully, we obviously have some weeks leading into the bye week, and hopefully we can stay healthy up until that point. But after the bye week, I think that's when the Colts, we're going to be able to get a lot of these guys back, and that's when, right, generally your Super Bowl champion ends up getting hot later in the year, leading into the playoffs. And if we can get our guys healthy, we can get our guys back, start getting back into that rhythm with all these guys, get hot and go and make a run in the playoffs. That would be the ideal situation. And hopefully we can continue to win games, right? The offense has been good enough against anybody we play that we should be able to continue to be competitive every single week, and really week to week this is going to fall on the defense of how we do, right? And so big changes coming on the defense with Charvarius Ward being on the IR. But other news to come with this, we've signed running back Amir Abdullah to the 53-man roster from the practice squad. So he's officially signed to the 53-man roster, takes that spot. And they have elevated cornerback Cameron Mitchell and wide receiver Laquan Treadwell to the active roster from the practice squad. So Laquan Treadwell going to be activated this week. Probably, limited snaps on offense. I assume there's going to be some special teams that he's going to be playing. Probably something that I don't honestly know throughout his career how much special teams he's done. But after his stint with the Vikings, it's been, very hit and miss with him in terms of offense. So I assume he'll play on special teams and have a role there, but going to be kind of exciting to get him. And if he does play any on offense, that'd be kind of cool. Pretty good story there. So I'm somebody who, when he came into the league, I thought he was going to be the next big thing. And so getting an opportunity, hopefully we see him get some offensive snaps, but we'll see what happens there. And just a little bit of news with the cornerback stuff from Diana Rossini. She had an article or whatever, and she put together some stuff of different moves that teams are looking to make. And one of them says the Colts are looking to bolster their defense, specifically at cornerback. So while at least I've been sitting here saying we need to go edge, get somebody on the opposite side of Latu, Colts obviously feel differently. They're trying to find somebody at the cornerback position to come in and be able to bolster the secondary with all the injuries that we have. So will that be in a trade? Will that be, a guy like Asante Samuel Jr. if he gets cleared and when he gets cleared? And hopefully both, honestly, for where we're at, being able to add to this cornerback room can only help us. So we'll see what happens. Of course, when there's more news and when anything else comes out, I'm going to continue to look into things. In terms of a trade, going to start looking into potential possibilities of who could possibly get moved, who could we possibly afford, right? We can't go after crazy contracts that are going to affect what we have to do next offseason and stuff like that. So I'm going to start looking into that so that I can come up with some ideas and discuss them with you guys and that we can go back and forth on. So, of course, if you enjoy the content, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on so you get notified anytime we drop any content, whether it's news and updates, whether we're going live on Sunday for the game, or whether it's just us having a discussion about different ideas that are coming up and different things that we can talk about. I want you guys around for all of it. I want your input. You let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Of course, I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by for another video. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and go Colts.